For years, being a Star Fox fan has felt a bit like standing outside Nintendo headquarters with a cardboard sign that says, "Please acknowledge the space animals!" And Nintendo occasionally opens the window and says, "Have you considered another Mario sports title?" Because, let's be honest, Star Fox has been in a very strange place for a very long time. Not dead, not alive either. Just sort of sitting in Nintendo's cupboard next to F-Zero, quietly eating expired space rations. But now, with the new Star Fox game officially announced, something feels different. And I don't just mean, "Oh look, Fox is back, everyone clap politely." No, I mean Nintendo might actually have understood what Star Fox needs to become relevant again. Because if they get this right, this could be more than just another remake. This could be the moment Star Fox finally becomes cool again. So today I want to talk about why this new Star Fox game might actually matter, why the series has struggled for so long, and why the music, tone, visuals, and overall direction could be the key to saving the franchise. Also, if you enjoy Nintendo music, game analysis, nostalgia, and me dramatically overthinking Fox pilots like this is a university dissertation with explosions, subscribe. This channel has legally become emotionally invested now. Here's the thing about Star Fox. It's one of Nintendo's coolest franchises, but also one of the hardest for Nintendo to modernize. Because the original appeal was very simple. You are a fox, you fly a spaceship, things explode, a rabbit tells you to do a barrel roll. Perfect, no notes. But over time, the gaming industry changed. Players started expecting bigger worlds, deeper stories, cinematic presentation, character development, online features, customization, emotional stakes. Meanwhile, Star Fox was still standing there like, "Would you perhaps enjoy Corneria again?" And don't get me wrong, Corneria is iconic, but at some point, even Corneria is like, "Guys, I'm tired." The problem is that Nintendo never seemed fully sure what Star Fox should be. Is it a pure arcade rail shooter, a cinematic space opera, a character-driven adventure, a tactical space combat game, a multiplayer dogfighting arena, a weird dinosaur Zelda game? And weirdly, the answer might be yes, but that's also exactly why the series became difficult. Because every version of Star Fox has shown a different piece of what the franchise could be. Star Fox 64 showed the arcade purity. Star Fox Adventures showed the universe could have atmosphere and world building. Star Fox Assault showed it could be cinematic, orchestral, and surprisingly serious. Star Fox Command showed that the timeline could become emotionally confusing enough to require a corkboard and detective string. And Star Fox Zero showed that sometimes innovation is just a pain in the ass with a second screen. So why does this new game feel different? Because this time Nintendo seems to be doing something very important. They're not just bringing Star Fox back, they are trying to reframe it. And that matters. Because Star Fox doesn't need to become something completely different. It doesn't need to turn into a 90-hour open-world crafting RPG where Fox collects herbs and questions capitalism, although I would absolutely play that for 300 hours. What Star Fox needs is identity. It needs to feel sharp again, stylish, fast, cinematic, confident. Because Star Fox has always worked best when it feels like a Saturday morning cartoon got kidnapped by a space opera. That's the magic. It should be colorful and accessible, but also dramatic enough that the brass section sounds like it has seen classified military documents. That balance is where Star Fox lives. Not too childish, not too grim, just cool. And if Nintendo has understood that, if they've realized that Star Fox needs more than just nostalgia, then this could be the first real step towards saving the franchise. Now obviously there's been criticism. A lot of people are saying, "Oh great, another Star Fox 64 remake." And honestly, I get that. Star Fox fans have been hurt before. We are not stable people. You show us one polygonal R-wing and we start emotionally preparing for disappointment like Victorian widows. Because yes, Star Fox has gone back to the same basic story structure a lot. Corneria, Medio, Area 6, Venom, Andros, James McCloud vanishing / dying, Fox having father issues at several thousand miles per hour. We know the routine. So if this new game is just Star Fox 64 but prettier, then yeah, that would be frustrating. But here's the thing, a remake is not automatically a bad idea. The question is not, have we seen this story before? The question is, are they finally telling it properly? Because if Nintendo uses uses this as a foundation to rebuild the franchise with better presentation, stronger music, more cinematic storytelling, tighter gameplay, and a stronger emotional identity, then this could actually be the smartest move. Sometimes a franchise doesn't need to move forward immediately. Sometimes it needs to reintroduce itself properly. Like, hello, I'm Star Fox. You may remember me from
Emotional neglect.
And this is where I get really excited, because from what we've heard so far, the music sounds like Nintendo might finally understand one of the most important things about Star Fox. It should sound cinematic. Star Fox should not sound small, it should not sound like menu music for a space-themed vending machine. It should sound like brass, strings, percussion, danger, speed, heroism, and one trumpet player who absolutely refuses to calm down. Because music is not just decoration in Star Fox. Music is identity. The second that big heroic theme kicks in, your brain immediately understands, ah yes, Space Fox responsibility. That's the power of a strong musical identity. And this is where music theory actually matters. Star Fox works incredibly well with strong leitmotifs. A leitmotif is basically a musical idea attached to a character, place, faction, or emotion. It's why Star Wars feels so memorable. It's why Zelda themes stay in your head. It's why you can hear two notes from some soundtracks and immediately become emotionally 12 years old again. Star Fox needs that. It needs bold themes. It needs heroic brass. It needs harmonic tension when things go wrong. It needs emotional orchestration when Fox is dealing with legacy, family, sacrifice, and the pressure of leadership. Because without that, Star Fox becomes just another space shooter. But with it, it becomes a space opera. And that is a massive difference. A spaceship shooting lasers is fun. A spaceship shooting lasers while the French horns are emotionally representing generational trauma? Cinema. Here's the harsh truth. Star Fox doesn't just need to be good. It needs to feel cool. Because Star Fox is built on style. The character design, the radio chatter, the team dynamics, the R-Wings, the rival pilots, the dramatic space battles, the "I'm fine" energy from characters who are absolutely not fine. That's the appeal. And for a while, Nintendo seemed unsure how to present that. Sometimes Star Fox felt too simple, sometimes too experimental, sometimes too nostalgic, sometimes like Nintendo was holding the franchise at arm's length going, "We do like you, but we're not emotionally available." But now, if this new game can combine the arcade clarity of Star Fox 64, the cinematic scale of Assault, the atmosphere and mystery of Adventures, modern visuals, stronger orchestral music, and actual confidence, then yes, Nintendo might have finally saved Star Fox. Not by reinventing it completely, but by remembering what made it powerful in the first place. Now, obviously, I don't want to overhype too much, because as Star Fox fans, hope is a dangerous substance. We've seen one trailer and suddenly we're building a 14-part emotional comeback narrative in our heads. Healthy? No. Understandable? Absolutely. But this time, I do think there are real reasons to be optimistic. The franchise is back. The presentation looks more ambitious. The music seems to be treated seriously again. And most importantly, Nintendo appears to understand that Star Fox can't just survive on nostalgia. It needs energy. It needs identity. It needs style. It needs music that sounds like the trombones were forged in the heart of a black hole. That's Star Fox. That's what this franchise can be. And if Nintendo truly leans into that, then this might not just be a return, it might be a revival. So now I'm curious, do you think Nintendo has finally figured out Star Fox again? Or are we all collectively boarding the hype train with no brakes and questionable insurance? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and join me next time as we continue overanalyzing Nintendo music and fictional space animals like this is a perfectly normal thing to do. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one.